Gentlemen, let me tell you something most men over 60 know but never say out loud. You go to bed exhausted, you fall asleep hoping, and you wake up to silence. Not the peaceful kind. The kind that reminds you something's missing. That quiet used to be filled with a natural sign of vitality, the kind that didn't require thinking or planning. It just showed up, and now it doesn't. You start wondering if that part of you, the part that made you feel alive, capable, desirable, is gone for good. I'm here to tell you it's not. I'm Dr. Sophia Laurent, a urologist with over 2 decades helping men over 50 restore their confidence, their circulation, and their masculine vitality without pills, pumps, or empty promises. Today I'm going to show you something so simple, you'll wonder why no one told you sooner. It takes less than a minute before bed, costs almost nothing, and works with your body's natural repair cycle to rebuild what you thought was lost. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share works while you sleep, and by morning, your body remembers what it used to do without effort. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do tonight, why it works, and what most men notice at 7 days, 14 days and 30 days. You'll also learn the one timing secret that makes all the difference, and why doing this at night, not in the morning, is what changes everything. Stay with me until the end because I'll show you how to track your progress without guesswork and what to add next if you want even faster, stronger results. Let me start by asking you this. Do you remember the last time you woke up and felt that old familiar strength without trying? Not because you forced it or planned it, but because your body just did what it used to do naturally. For most men over 60, that memory feels distant. And the reason isn't what you think. It's not just age. It's not a switch that flips off forever. It's a quiet breakdown in 3 systems that all depend on each other. Your blood vessels, your hormones, and your sleep. When those 3 fall out of sync, mornings fade. But here's the good news. You can bring them back into alignment. And it starts tonight, with something you probably already have in your kitchen. Think of your arteries like garden hoses. In your 20s and 30s, they were flexible, responsive, ready to expand when your body needed more blood flow. But over time, stress, inflammation, poor sleep, and even the food you eat can stiffen those vessels. They lose their ability to open wide and hold pressure. That's why erections weaken or fade halfway through. It's not desire. It's mechanics. Your brain sends the signal, but the pipes don't respond the way they used to. Add in declining nitric oxide, the molecule that tells your vessels to relax, and you've got a system that's running on fumes. But those hoses can soften again. Those signals can get stronger. And it doesn't take a prescription. It takes the right signal at the right time. Now let's talk about testosterone. You've probably heard that levels drop with age, and that's true. But what most men don't realise is that the real problem isn't the slow decline. It's when testosterone gets released. Nearly 80% of your daily testosterone is produced during deep sleep. If your sleep is shallow, broken, or interrupted by trips to the bathroom, your testosterone production gets cut short. You wake up depleted. And when testosterone is low, everything else suffers. Your energy, your mood, your muscle tone, and yes, your ability to perform. That's why I say erections aren't built in the moment. They're built the night before, while you sleep, when your body does its deepest repair work. The third piece is inflammation. Most men don't realise that silent inflammation, the kind you don't feel, is quietly destroying circulation. It starts in places you'd never suspect. Your gums, your gut, even the lining of your arteries. When your gums bleed during brushing, that's not just a dental issue. That's bacteria entering your bloodstream and triggering an inflammatory response that roughens the inner walls of every artery in your body, including the tiny ones that control erections. Fix the inflammation and you fix the flow. It's that simple. So where does tonight's ritual fit into all of this? Right at the centre. What I'm about to share with you works on all 3 systems at once. It helps your blood vessels relax. It supports deeper sleep, so testosterone can surge. And it calms inflammation from the inside out. It's not magic. It's biology. And it's been sitting in your spice cabinet this whole time. Here's what you're going to do. 30 minutes before bed, take 1 whole clove. Not powdered clove, not a capsule. A real dried clove bud, the kind you'd use in cooking. Rinse your mouth with water. Then place that clove between your gum and your cheek. Either side is fine. Don't chew it yet. Just let it rest there. Within seconds you'll taste something warm, sharp, almost tingly. That's eugenol, the active oil inside the clove, and it's the reason this works. Eugenol is absorbed directly through the mucous membranes in your mouth. It enters your bloodstream faster than anything you swallow, and once it's in, it goes to work. It relaxes the smooth muscle in your blood vessels, the same muscle that has to soften for an erection to happen. It reduces oxidative stress and inflammation, the invisible forces choking off your circulation. And it signals your body to produce more nitric oxide, the messenger molecule that opens your arteries wide. More nitric oxide means better blood flow. Better blood flow means stronger, more reliable performance. And it all starts with 60 seconds and a spice. Let the clove sit in your mouth for about a minute. You'll feel the oil coat your gums and tongue. Some men chew it lightly and swallow. Others remove it and rinse. Either way works. If your gums are sensitive, start with 30 seconds or try switching sides each night. The key isn't intensity. It's consistency. 1 clove, 1 minute every night. That's the ritual. Now here's the part most men miss. Timing matters more than you think. You might be wondering, can I do this in the morning, maybe before intimacy? And the answer is you could, but you'd be missing the real power. Your body doesn't build erections in the moment. It builds them overnight. Between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., your testosterone peaks, your nitric oxide pathways reset, and your endothelium, the inner lining of your arteries, repairs itself. That's when your body does the heavy lifting. When you use the clove method 30 minutes before bed, you're giving your system exactly what it needs right before that repair window opens. You're priming the pump, and by morning, the results show up naturally. Think of it like charging your phone overnight. You don't wait until the battery's dead and try to use it while it charges. You plug it in, let it restore, and wake up to a full charge. That's what this does for your body. The eugenol enters your bloodstream as you wind down. Your blood vessels soften. Your nervous system shifts from stress mode to rest mode. And as you drift into deep sleep, your testosterone surges, your circulation improves, and your body remembers how to wake up strong. I want to tell you about a man I'll call David. He was 64, a retired school teacher who came into my office frustrated and embarrassed. He said, "Doctor, I've tried the pills. They work sometimes, but they give me headaches, and honestly, it doesn't feel like me anymore." I asked him one question. "How's your sleep?" He paused. "Terrible. I wake up 3 times a night." I told him to try 2 things. 1 whole clove 30 minutes before bed, and no liquids after 7 p.m. to reduce nighttime trips to the bathroom. 2 weeks later, he called me. His voice was different, lighter. He said, "Doc, I'm sleeping through the night. And this morning, I woke up the way I used to. My wife noticed. I hadn't told her I was trying anything. That's the kind of change I see when men stop fighting their body and start working with it. Most men expect this to feel dramatic, like flipping a switch. But it's not. It's a quiet restoration, a steady climb. Here's what the timeline usually looks like. After the first 3 nights, you start sleeping deeper. You toss and turn less. You wake up feeling more rested, even if nothing else has changed yet. That deeper sleep is the foundation. Everything builds from there. By day 7, you notice the first stirrings of morning strength. Maybe it's faint, maybe it's partial, but it's there. Your energy during the day feels steadier. You're not dragging by mid-afternoon. That's your circulation improving, your inflammation dropping, your body starting to trust the process. By week 2, the changes become undeniable. Morning firmness is more consistent. It lasts longer. You feel more confident, not because you're forcing anything, but because your body is doing what it's supposed to do. Some men tell me their hands and feet feel warmer. That's blood flow reaching the extremities again. Others say their mind feels sharper, their mood lighter. That's oxygen and nutrients finally getting where they need to go. And by 30 days, the transformation settles in. You wake up with the kind of natural strength you thought was gone forever. Not chemically induced, not fragile, solid, reliable, the kind that makes you feel like yourself again. But here's the part that surprises most men. This isn't just about performance. The same circulation that powers your mornings also feeds your brain, your heart, your joints, your muscles. When inflammation drops and blood flow improves, everything gets better. Men tell me they move easier. Their knees hurt less. They think more clearly. They laugh more. One patient said it best. "Doc, I started this to fix one thing, but I got my whole self back. Let me explain why this happens. Eugenol doesn't just work in one place. It's systemically anti-inflammatory. That means it cools down the low-grade fire burning quietly in your arteries, your gut, your gums, everywhere. When inflammation drops, your cells communicate better. Your hormones balance out. Your immune system stops overreacting. And your entire body starts functioning like it did 10 years ago. That's not exaggeration. That's what happens when you remove the interference and let your biology do what it was designed to do. Now, I need to talk about your mouth for a moment, because most men don't realize how connected it is to everything else. If your gums bleed when you floss, if your dentist has mentioned gum disease or plaque buildup, you've got a circulation problem, not just a dental one. The bacteria in your mouth can enter your bloodstream every time you chew or brush. Those bacteria trigger inflammatory signals that damage the lining of your arteries, the same arteries that feed your heart and your manhood. When you use a clove every night, you're doing more than boosting nitric oxide. You're killing harmful bacteria. You're soothing inflamed gum tissue. You're protecting your circulation at the source. It's one habit that supports both oral health and intimate health at the same time. Here's what I want you to do differently tonight. After you place the clove in your mouth, take 5 slow breaths. In through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 2. Out through your mouth for 6. This breathing pattern activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your brain that controls rest, repair, and yes, arousal. When you combine that calm breathing with the eugenol from the clove, you're sending a double signal to your body. It's safe to relax. It's time to restore. And that's when the magic happens. Your cortisol drops. Your testosterone rises. Your blood vessels open. And by morning, you wake up renewed. But I also need to warn you about the mistakes that can cancel out everything. If you're drinking alcohol late at night, eating heavy meals after 8 p.m, or scrolling your phone in bed, you're sabotaging your sleep. Alcohol raises cortisol and disrupts your REM cycles. Late meals divert blood away from repair and toward digestion. And blue light from screens tells your brain to stay awake, which kills your testosterone surge. So if you want this to work, and I mean really work, commit to a few simple rules. Last meal by 6 or 7 p.m, no alcohol after dinner, phone off 30 minutes before bed, and 1 clove every night like clockwork. I know some of you are thinking, Doctor, is this really all I need? Just a spice and better sleep? And my answer is this. To start, yes. Because once your body begins rebuilding that nightly cycle of relaxation, repair, and hormone release, the momentum carries you forward. You'll naturally want to move more, eat cleaner, hydrate better, not because I told you to, but because you feel the difference. And that feeling becomes its own motivation. Let me tell you about another man, a guy named Thomas, 72, retired firefighter. He came to me with every excuse in the book. Doc, I'm too old. I've got high blood pressure. I'm on 3 medications. I've tried everything. Nothing works. I looked him in the eye and said, Thomas, I'm not asking you to do everything. I'm asking you to do one thing for 7 nights. Just 1 clove before bed. He agreed reluctantly. A week later, he sent me a text. It said, I slept better than I have in 5 years. And this morning, something happened I didn't think was possible anymore. That text is still saved on my phone, because it reminds me why I do this work. Men like Thomas don't need a miracle. They need a method. And they need someone who believes in them when they've stopped believing in themselves. Here's the deeper truth, gentlemen. Decline is not destiny. Your body hasn't forgotten how to perform. It's just been operating under stress, inflammation and broken sleep for so long that it stopped trying. But the machinery is still there. The testosterone still pulses. The nitric oxide pathways still exist. The blood vessels still remember how to open. They just need the right signal. And that signal starts tonight, with one small ritual that tells your body, I'm listening. I'm here. Let's do this together. Now let me tie this all together for you. You've learned that morning strength isn't built in the moment. It's built the night before, during deep sleep, when testosterone surges and nitric oxide resets your circulation. You've learned that eugenol, the oil in a whole clove, relaxes your blood vessels, reduces inflammation, and supports the very systems that define your vitality. You've learned that timing matters. 30 minutes before bed is when your body is most receptive. And you've learned that consistency, not intensity, is what creates lasting change. 1 clove, 1 minute every night. No drama, no complexity, just biology responding to the right signal at the right time. But this isn't just about erections. It's about reclaiming the man you still are, the one who wakes up rested, the one who moves with confidence, the one who knows his body still works, still responds, still matters. Every time you place that clove in your mouth, you're making a choice. You're choosing to show up for yourself. You're choosing to believe that you're not done. And that belief, backed by action, is what rebuilds everything. So here's what I want from you tonight. Go to your spice cabinet, find a jar of whole cloves, set one by your toothbrush, and 30 minutes before bed, after you've brushed and flossed, place that clove between your gum and your cheek. Let it sit for 60 seconds. Breathe slowly. Feel the warmth. Taste the oil. Then remove it, rinse, and go to sleep. That's it. That's the entire method. And tomorrow morning, notice how you feel. Not just physically, but mentally. Because when you take back even a small piece of control, everything shifts. If this message resonates with you, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me, are you ready to try this? Type yes if you're starting tonight. Type your biggest concern if you're still unsure. Your voice matters. Your story could be the one that helps another man watching silently, wondering if he can get his confidence back. And if you found value in this, subscribe to this channel. I post real, science-backed methods for men over 50 every single week. No hype, no gimmicks. Just clear steps that work. Hit that bell so you never miss what comes next, because in the next video we're going deeper. I'll show you the hidden habits that silently block nitric oxide production and exactly how to fix them naturally. You'll learn how to turn this 60-second ritual into a complete system that keeps your energy, your circulation, and your performance strong year after year. Gentlemen, your best mornings are not behind you. They're waiting for you to reclaim them. Your body still listens. It just needed the right message. Start tonight. Be consistent, and let your biology show you what it's still capable of. This is Dr. Sophia Laurent reminding you that vitality isn't about fighting age. It's about working with your body, respecting its rhythms, and giving it what it needs to thrive. Take care of yourself. Stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.